is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I have got Joyce MacNeil with me. You are the Senior Public Health Inspector with our Leeds, Grenville, and Lanark District Health Unit. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on, Kathy.
Now, this is your first time on FYI, but you've been with the health unit for a very long time.
Yes, I have been with the health unit for about 16 years, but this senior position is new, and I just started this position about a month ago.
Okay. I mean, it just amazes me everything that you guys do at the health unit, because it was Susan Healy, and she's the lady that gets me involved with somebody to talk to about any issues that are going on. But we were talking about the solar eclipse that's coming up, and she said, yes, I've got somebody who can talk to you about the solar eclipse, because our solar eclipse is coming in April 8th. And Brockville and Kingston and Smith Falls area, we're in the totality of it, the pathway of it all too. So we're going to talk about how to keep people safe during the solar eclipse.
That's correct.
Okay, so from a public health inspector point of view, how do we do that?
So from the public health perspective, well, the thing to remember is although the moon will partially cover the sun on April 8th, it is dangerous to look directly at the sun between the time noted, which is between 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Daylight will be affected around that time. So looking directly at the sun with your naked eye or unprotected eye can result in retinal damage, which is retinal burn, a blurred vision, and possible loss of eyesight. This phenomenon is known as the eclipse blindness, and that could be temporary or it could be permanent. The reason being there is no pain sensors in our retina, so basically to indicate that your eyes is getting damaged as you're looking at the sun. And the symptoms can be delayed, may take 12 to 48 hours for you to experience any damage that has been done. And once the symptoms begins, it's usually hard to reverse the damage. That's why it's very important to prevent and protect your eyes as much as possible at that time.
I mean, that's a good point that you just said too. There's no pain involved, so you could be looking at the sun thinking, I'm fine, it doesn't hurt, but there's no pain involved in the retina until, what did you say, 12 to 48 hours?
Yeah, about 12 to 48 hours for you to notice any difference. Normally, from what I heard, is that it's something you don't notice until the next morning when you're sitting down to eat breakfast and you notice something is off. So yeah, it does take and sometimes it could be immediate. You may notice something is off with your vision. It's just that the damage is impairment of the image that your brain is receiving.
Okay. Now, how do you protect your eyes if you're going to be outside? Because there's some people that want to be outside during this, but how do you protect your eyes if they're going to be outside?
Yeah, so what to remember too is that, normally looking at the sun at any time is dangerous. But during the eclipse, there's that strong temptation to have a quick glance, and that is not safe. Staying indoors and avoiding the temptation could be one way, but of course nobody wants to do that.
No,
you don't want to miss out, right? However, so there are some protection methods to be used, and that is by using glasses that are ISO certified and meet the ISO safety standard. And basically what to look for is ISO 12312-2 International Safety Standard. On these glasses, the manufacturer's name and address will be printed on it. When you do receive the product, inspect it for safety, for any damage. If there's any wrinkle or scratch, lens, do not use it. These glasses have specialized filters designed to block out the sun's dangerous ray. Okay. And what to keep in mind is the lenses are so dark, so when you do put it on, you're not going to see anything else except for for the sun that you're looking at. So it's not glasses that you can walk around with.
Okay. Now, is there any kind of filters we should avoid, or any types of glasses that people might be seeing online, or anything like that? Is there anything we should be avoiding?
Oh, that's good. A good question. Yes. So be careful of anyone trying to offer devices that are not ISO certified, as we had just spoke of. You're looking for that international safety number on it, and the manufacturer's name and product and address. Ordinary sunglasses or multiple pair of it will not be effective in protecting your eyes during the eclipse. It is not safe to view the eclipse through the use of phone or phone filters, or the binocular or telescope, frosted glass or smoke glasses, or even through your window or camera lens, or other optical viewing devices, other than the ISO certified glasses is the best and the safest way to view the eclipse. There are some internet fads out there to be mindful of that are promoting household items, the use of household items and homemade filters. This is not the time to experiment. So it's best to err on the side of caution and get the eclipse glasses that meets the requirement.
Right. Now, where do people get these glasses, the safety glasses? Where would they get them?
Well, some communities like Brockville will be having a mass gathering event on that day, and they will be giving out some solar eclipse glasses at the event. You can also go online and order some ahead of time. The health unit website has a link there that, with areas or with places that do offer for sale these ISO certified glasses. And hopefully in time we can add to our link areas within the local region that are giving out these solar eclipse glasses where people can access them. Another way to safely view the eclipse, if you don't have appropriate eye protection, is through live streaming. So through the Canadian Space Agency website on that day, and through the NASA website. On our website, we have information or links on information on activities that you can do for kids. For example, the pinhole projector. It's a nice activity to put together with kids. And it's a punch hole that allow the lights to be projected through this little pinhole, and that light is then projected onto the opposite end of the box, allowing you to view the eclipse as it happens, but without looking at the eclipse directly.
Wow. I know myself, I'm going to be inside watching it on TV or the live stream or something like that. I'm not going to be outside in this. I want to be careful. But there's so many people excited about this because we are in the path of the totality of the whole eclipse. So there's so many people in our area that are excited about this, but we got to do it safely. You don't want to wake up the next day and wish you didn't do it. Wish you didn't look at the sun.
That's correct. It is very exciting. It's once in a lifetime event for some people.
Yes, it is.
Because it doesn't always happen in one location, right? If you're going to see it at another time, you have to be willing to travel to perhaps another part of the world, when it does happen again.
That's right. Now, this is just one event. It's going to happen on April 8th. What do you usually do as a health inspector? What is it you usually do?
Well, on April 8th, like those special events that will be happening, for example, in Brockville. So if they happen to have some food vendors setting up to sell food, their health unit, the inspectors will arrange and will go down there and do an inspection just to make sure that, overall the setup, the fridge, and everything is meeting the food safety requirement, which is the Ontario food premises regulation, and that people have water, the facility is clean, and people need to have what they need to operate safely. So we do a lot of things, and that's one aspect. We also answer questions regarding private home water sampling results if, in the event that it's adverse. Um, yeah, it's oh yeah, and places like the Y, for example, we do the public pool inspection, for safety and
Right.
safety check, a chemistry check to make sure that everything is balanced and is safe for public use.
Excellent.
So
So do you
that's
work
a
at
bit of it, but there's more.
Oh, yes, I know there's so much more. There's so much more, yes. But you usually
Yeah.
work out of the Brockville office then?
Yes, this is the office that I'm based out of. I have been in the Smithsville office. I started in Smithsville office when I did arrive here. I think around anyway, I won't mention, but way back.
Way back, yes.
Yeah, way back, and I live. I worked there for a bit, but I lived in Brockville. So once the position became available in Brockville office, then I transitioned to Brockville. And I also transitioned a bit to Smithville office during the pandemic. So I was there for 1 year, and acting position for senior, just to help some of our staff in that region at that time.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, that's great. That's great. How do people get a hold of you, or to get any more information on the health unit? How do they get a hold of you?
Okay, so well, in terms of speaking with the Eclipse, so for more information, you can look at up the health unit website. It is www.healthunit.org. You can also contact us with our phone, which is 613-345-5685. And once you get through there, you can ask for any inspector or request to speak to somebody on our duty desk.
All right. I find you on Facebook a lot too.
Oh yes, that's true. Facebook.
That's right.
Well, I'm on the inspector side of things. I do not deal with the media and generally, so that would be Sue and our media communication crew that look after that. But yes, you can find us on Facebook for sure.
I deal with Sue,
On
and she's
Twitter.
been wonderful. She gets somebody here almost on a monthly basis. We're talking about different things in our area to keep people safe, and I so appreciate it. I appreciate what you're doing to keep people safe on April 8th. People are excited about the eclipse, but we have to keep safe and don't harm your eyes. There is a way to be able to be out there, but make sure you do it properly.
Definitely, and I was gonna just ask that while people are on our health unit website, they could definitely check out the section on emergency response. And a thing to remember that if during the eclipse you need medical assistance, and because you think that you have a risk of exposure to the eclipse that is damaging to your eyes, you can call Ontario 811 for service, or definitely connect or visit with the virtual care clinic for assistance as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Always learning when I talk to everybody from the health unit. Thank you very much for joining us. Joyce MacNeil from the Leeds, Grenville, and Lanark District Health Unit, one of our senior public health inspectors. Thanks you for your time today, and let's enjoy the eclipse, but stay safe.
Thank you for having me on, Kathy.
Thanks, Joyce.
Take care.